everyone, welcome back to another prediction, and you might be noticing the predictions are in a different layout. Well, yeah, a friend of mine helped me with the new layout for streaming. But anyway, today we're going to be going over Black Adam versus Apocalypse. And joined to me today is Buster Soils.
Hello. Yeah, it's me.
So yeah, like I said, Black Adam vs. Apocalypse, the main reason why I'm kinda not looking forward to this is because of the sour taste that Scarlet Witch vs. Satana left behind.
Yeah, we all know how that went.
Like, oh, no more witches. Die by magic trick. And for someone who loves comic books, I was expecting the fight to be a little bit more epic than, death by magic trick.
To be fair, Scarlet Witch could have just removed Zatanna's mouth, like how she did with Black Bolt from the movie Multiverse of Madness.
See, that's another reason why I treat DC fights with Marvel as, the Marvel character's gonna win or the DC character's gonna win, because it's no contest at this point.
I thought that the DC win streak would already end since Iron Man vs. Batman.
Well, not really, because you know
I guess it doesn't count then, huh?
Considering the fact that there's a vast amount of Marvel and DC characters. But anyways,
when was the last time they let a Marvel character win against a DC character?
Good question. Marvel versus DC death battle win-loss rates. Marvel DC win-loss record. As far as I'm aware, no, that's... No, I want Marvel. One draw? Oh, I know what that one draw is. That's, Deadpool and Pinkie Pie, right? So, 20 wins and 22 losses for Marvel. 20 wins and 22 losses for Marvel, and 21 wins and 13 losses for DC. At least that's what I'm reading on the Death Battle Fandom wiki.
Okay, alright. So, how about we go into, like, the backgrounds of Black Adam versus Apocalypse? Their backstory, their powers, their motives, everything. Let's start with Black Adam.
Well, since I already know we're not going by pre-crisis or anything like that, it's mostly going to be post-crisis, but most of the stuff that's in Injustice and Justice League Action will probably just be the similar stuff. Since, you know, the DC Comics.
Yeah, so Black Adam became who he is. Like, his old godly powers and stuff.
Well,
what was he like before he became, like, powerful?
Black Adam origin... I have to look this up because it's not in the Versus Wiki page.
Wikipedia, of course.
It's not.
And to anybody,
not really Wikipedia though, but you get the idea.
Okay.
History.
Hey, to the viewers who are watching this stream, if you want to know what my Discord profile picture is, it's actually a photoshopped Dark Souls knight with Cloud Stripe's hair in a black outline, all in front of a white background.
Yeah. That's what he is. Okay, so we got multiple origins.
Isn't there like a main one? Because more
Kahndaq
than one...
is what? Egyptian, right? Yeah, he's Egyptian. So
right. So how did he get his powers? What made him like this?
That's what I'm.
What was he like before he became an Egyptian god or whatever?
So, from what I'm reading on the ancient Egypt category, as the wizard grew older, he sought a champion worthy to inherit his powers. The young prince Teth Adam of Kahndaq, Ramses' son, impressed the wizard with his fairness and decency, but before Sham could bestow his power, his daughter Blaze made a deal with the god Set. When Teth Adam spoke the name Shazam, instead of gaining the wizard's powers, he was blessed with the power of 6 Egyptian gods: Shu, Heru, Amun, Sehuti, Aton, and Mehen. Sorry if I butchered it.
What is with comic book companies using actual gods for their source material? Like Thor, Loki, Odin, Set, Bastet, Anubis, Zeus.
Well, for one, his first comic book appearance was the Marvel Family Issue 1, December 1945.
But they're not accurate to the mythology.
See, and that's why I'm not including movie version Black Adam or movie version Apocalypse, because those two are fucking different beyond hell.
So, what gave Black Adam his powers exactly?
So, pretty much similar. Shazam became the high priest to the pharaoh Tut III of Egypt. As the wizard grew older, he sought a champion worthy to inherit his powers. The young prince... Okay, I read that part. So basically, he gained the powers of... was blessed with the powers of 6 Egyptian gods. Thus, though Adam speaks the name Shazam, he does not draw power from the wizard. Teth Adam served Egypt in many years.
Who are the 6 Egyptian gods?
Shu, Heru, Amun, Sehuti, Aton, and Mehen. I'm not...
Okay.
Now, be advised, I'm not fluent in Egyptian, but that's how they're pronounced, so I'm gonna let that one slide.
All right. Wait, didn't he also lose his son?
Okay.
Well, I got that.
Here it is. Mighty Adam was a success hero for Egypt, but his service kept him away from his wife Shiruta and his sons Gon and Harut. Adam's homeland was destroyed and his family killed by the evil place Octon using the Orb of Ra.
That can't be as bad as sending Jack into hundreds of years into the future. You know, Samurai Jack.
Yeah, I know that. A disparaged Adam continued to serve Ramses in court and allied himself with Prince Ku, later Hawkman, at this time.
Why does everybody think that Hawkman's lame?
Hawkman's not that bad. He met
At
three
least they made.
travelers from the future: Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, and Captain Marvel. The I'm presuming Shazam, not the what's her
Yeah,
face.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. Captain Marvel from Marvel.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, for those who get confused, be like, wait, I thought Captain Marvel was Marvel. No. Before Shazam was Shazam,
there's like Miss Marvel, who's basically Kamala Khan.
Yeah, and before her was Carol, whatever her fucking face is. She was the original Captain Miss Marvel before. What now?
Mr. Terrific. You said Mr. Terrific alongside with Black Adam.
Mr. Terrific, and I also said Hawk Girl. Adam felt relieved that his legacy would continue through Marvel, and with the help of these visitors and Wizard Nabu, Adam was able to capture Octon, whom he killed as retribution for murdering Adam's family. Adam returned to Kahndaq and forcefully overthrew the government present there and appointed himself ruler. The Wizard Sam was made aware of all these events and, thinking Adam had been corrupted by Blaze, unleashed a powerful spell. He trapped Adam's soul and powers within a powerful scarab, rendering Adam's depowered body, now several hundred years old, into a withered corpse. Shazam then buried both the body and the scarab in the tomb of Ramses II, where he had planned for it to remain all eternity. In death, the former hero was referred to as Khem Adam, Black Adam, delusioned by what he perceived as Adam's betrayer. Shazam went on several millennia before appointing a second champion to fight evil in his name.
I honestly don't see why people want to see Black Adam fight against Apocalypse. Like, what do they even have in common?
They rule over people, from what I understand.
They both hate people.
They both hate the world, and they pretty much are rulers. And now, modern era, years later, Ramses' tomb was excavated by bastions under the Sylvana Federation. I'm not going to try to read all this, because this shit is hard to pronounce. Here, I'll move this down.
Well, it's just 3D animation.
It might be 3D animation. I don't know if it's going to be. It's probably going to be 2D. Knowing.
Let's not like James Bond versus John Wick animation style. Animation is...
I mean, it's not. It wasn't a bad animation. It was a good way for me to get back into Death Battle because I had a month break.
To be honest, it felt like a mixture between the 2021 remake of Link vs. Cloud mixed in with Akuma versus Shao Kahn.
It didn't look like Blender to me. It really.
It more looked like Source Filmmaker.
It probably was. It probably was. And remember, all these Source Filmmaker animators usually have a lot of projects on their hands too. So,
yeah, some of their
projects. It's gonna affect some certain projects, like, for example, versus battles.
Like better results.
Okay, so modern era. Then Billy Bastion as Captain Marvel. He realized the power and said Shazam, and Black
I know
Adam.
that Shazam's, but what are they supposed to mean? Like, aren't they? Isn't it supposed to like stand for one of the gods? Like,
yeah, I know Shazam's supposed to stand for each god, but in Black Adam's case, it's the Egyptian ones. But in Shazam's case, it was Greek.
Yeah, Greek versus Egyptian. Funny enough, God of War doesn't really follow the mythologies of Greek.
Well, that's because the most recent ones have. Because remember, Kratos destroyed the Greek mythology.
Yeah, like one time in the games he cut off Helios's head.
Like, Kratos destroyed the Greek mythology, and that's why he's now in the Norse mythology.
Yeah, and then later in the games, he's shown that he can be a good father to his son, Arterius. Wait, is that his name?
Arterius, I think. I'd have to play the whatever the fuck, the PS4 God of War. The PS4 God of War.
Yeah.
So, Black Adam joined the JSA after claiming he had rid himself of Theo Adams' evil influence. Captain Marvel joined the JSA as well, wanting to keep an eye on him. Johnny Star removed a malignant brain tumor in Adam's head, and Black Adam joined the Injustice Society. He soon betrayed them, and so the JSA could defeat them. Black Adam left the JSA after Cobra was allowed to live. He formed his own team, executed Cobra, and once again overthrew Kahndaq's government. JSA intervened. After a battle, Black Adam was allowed to retain control of Kahndaq as long as he stayed within its borders. He and the Feythrins began to rebuild the war-torn country. Black Adam joined the secret society of supervillains to protect Kahndaq, or so he claimed. During the Spectre's attack on the magical beings, Adam's special was killed, but Adam was able to revive him with magical lightning. Adam was a part of the group that set a trap for Uncle Sam and the rest of the freedom fighters. However, Adam himself was betrayed by the other villains as Alex Luthor sought Marvels to use a part of his plot. Okay, that's the modern era. And then you got New 52. Adam was given a drink. He had Tomaz as a gift from Intergame. She was meant to be used as a slave for his pleasure. Oh god, this is gonna get weird. In return for allowing the Intergame to use Kahndaq as a base for the criminal activities, however, Black Adam executed her captors. Her wisdom helped him to focus on using his powers for the benefit of the people of Kahndaq. Oh, so he's kind of like fucking Dr. Doom, except he's fucking Egyptian.
Okay. What about his motives?
Well, judging by the times that he's fought with and against heroes and villains alike, I guess he just cares for his people, from what I understand.
I guess so. What about his powers? What can he do?
Well, judging by how Shazam's powers and abilities, they're pretty much similar, so S stands for the stamina of Shu, superhuman endurance, self-sustenance, H for the swiftness of Heru, superhuman speed and flight, A for the strength of Amon, superhuman strength, Z for the wisdom of Sehuti, superhuman knowledge and clairvoyance, omnilingual, and hypnosis, A for the power of Aton, mystical transformation, physical enhancement, spell source, advanced healing, interdimensional travel, electrokinesis. And M, the courage of Mehen, superhuman inner strength, invulnerability, the power of Isis, nature control, and telekinesis, and even has ice resistance.
Oh, so he's pretty much on thin ice. I'm so sorry, I couldn't help myself.
That's fine. That's fine. Anyway, so weaknesses. What do we got for weaknesses for Black Adam?
Let me guess. Does he have a weakness similar to Superman, being weak to like kryptonite or whatever?
Magical vulnerability. Only significant magic can affect him. Lightning attacks cause damage that can revert Black Adam back to Theo Adam.
Immortal?
Pretty much kind of like how Shazam is. So his powers are similar.
Oh yeah, like how Shazam is able to turn himself back to normal as a normal kid.
Yeah, except
by accident he just reverts, and then if he's like above the ocean, he can fall to his death.
Yeah, so pretty much his attack potency, now we're on the Versus Wiki, is solar system level, massively faster than light, stellar lifting strength, solar system class, striking strength, solar system level.
Does he have any feet? Pull off.
Feats. Okay, other versions. Billy Bastion. Oh, wait. No, this is just other versions now. I would know what the feats are. I'm guessing they might be in Injustice, maybe?
I thought we were going to say, get it from the comics. Because that's where we get our source material.
That's what I'm trying to find, but I'm guessing... Oh, right. I keep forgetting. Injustice 2 was a thing.
Injustice 2? Like the game?
Yeah, I forgot Injustice 2 was a thing, so...
Is it any good?
Yeah, it's good. Justice League Action... doesn't really... Okay, I think I should just look at post-crisis and see if there's any feats or whatever.
Okay.
Here we are. Heat manipulation, tanked heat vision that melted gold from Power Girl.
Oh, all right.
Consistently shown at least comparable to Superman and Shazam.
Mm.
On both attack potency, speed, and lifting strength, striking strength, durability. Nearly the whole JSA and JLA rosters were needed to defeat him at his best. And range, at least hundreds of meters, several hundred, likely higher. Intelligence, capable of processing information extremely quickly at storing vast amounts of it, expert in various alien technologies, martial arts skills, good deductive and leadership skills, considerable battle experience with all kinds of powerful beings, knows several languages and studied under many people. So yeah, he's pretty broken.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But what about Apocalypse? And no, I am not going by X-Men Apocalypse, because that movie was utter trash. Ugh.
Okay, so how did Apocalypse? Well, a giant or whatever.
Oh, I see another reason why they're similar. They're both from Egypt.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, both Black Adam and Apocalypse are from Egypt.
So you're telling me the guy who can basically reconstruct himself on a molecular level is it comes from the same place where Black Adam is from? Egypt?
Yeah, 5 millennia ago in ancient Egypt, the first mutant was born. That being Apocalypse.
Is because his lips were physically impossible to use?
So, let's see here. External mutant, leader of the Four Horsemen, Quiet Council member, member of Excalibur, leader of Clan Aqaba, leader of the Extracts, member of the High Lords, genetic caretaker of the Celestials. Powers: self-molecular manipulation, body control, statistics amplification, knocked away Jane Foster, stretches his body to attack Beast, so he has elasticity. Shapeshifting: Apocalypse takes the appearance of a normal-looking princely African male. Weapon creation: Apocalypse fights through a vampire army while shifting his hand into various weapons. Apocalypse conjures a warhammer from nowhere. Non-physical interaction can adjust his molecules to match those of Kitty Pryde and harm her. Adaptation: Apocalypse's immune system quickly adapts to the techno-organic virus that Sinister creates. Energy manipulation, energy projection. Regular turns his arm into cannons, can shoot beams from his eyes, strong enough to harm Thor. Apocalypse can easily takes down Clan Aqaba, ages with a single energy blast, resurrection, and immortality. Ooh, this might be a little interesting one. Will Apocalypse win? Who the fuck knows?
Okay.
Let's see here. Types 1 and 3. Okay, so, wow, he has a fuck ton of abilities.
All I know is that he can basically reconstruct his body on molecular level, like increasing his size, but doubling the size of his limbs, trying to like create a hole in his body, stuff like that.
That, and hell, he's even got fucking electricity manipulation, which of course is probably gonna help him in the fight against Black Adam. Maybe, who the hell knows?
Okay.
Attack potency varies. His control over molecules of his body allows him to summon further power for himself. Apocalypse strengthens himself to a degree against other mutants, as his goal is to test them to ensure they will be powerful enough to save the mutants trapped in Amneth, including his family. And here I thought Apocalypse was kind of a dick, because he did infect Cable after all with the techno-organic virus in the future.
But murdering the
planet level normally fought Icarus and forced/allowed him to retreat, so the people would know that what it meant to oppose him. forced young Thor to retreat, and according to narration, almost killed him in one attack, lost in their second encounter due to Yarnborn's enchantment, restrained Bannerless Hulk before willingly released him, fought evenly with the High Evolutionary after being bragged about the control over his own molecules and modifying his armor up to galaxy level while increased size, fought evenly against past Odinson Thor and Jane Foster Thor simultaneously, but was eventually overpowered, likely multiverse level. After absorbing some of the strongest mutants on Earth, he was said to have increased his power to rival or exceed a Celestials. So yeah, it varies. So he's pretty much broken in the attack potency. Speed also varies. Massively hypersonic, at most massively faster than light combat speed and reactions. Was capable of catching...
This fight is going to be like Thanos versus Darkseid, because that was like one of the best fights in Season 5.
I will admit that was a good one.
Thanos needed the gauntlet in order to become a god, while Darkseid was already a god. The fight kind of felt like a 12th grader fighting against a 9th grader, but yeah. Darkseid being...
And I already knew Thanos was going to lose to Darkseid anyways, because that gauntlet only works in a certain universe that he's in. Like, if it comes from 616, it only works there.
Yeah, but, like, he can't use it in another universe because it kind of defies what the Infinity Gauntlet can do. The Infinity Gauntlet is basically like a flawed, overpowered item.
Not to mention, like, the moment Darkseid opened up the boom tube and Thanos went in it, I'm like... Yep, this is already over. He can't use it there.
Yeah.
So, let's see here.
What is the one Marvel item that you can use in any multiverse?
I'm not sure.
Wait, what about that one item that looks like a tape measure?
Cosmic items that can be used in multiverse. I'll get back to the whole reading of the Apocalypse Madness in a second, but I want to see what the powerful items of the comics multiverse. Let's see here. Well,
no gag items. No characters gag items. Like used for comedy.
Okay, Uru, Adamantium, Vibranium, Crimson Gent of Serotek, Costone, Mjolnir, Stormbreaker, Thunderstrike, Manbreaker, Soulbreaker. Jesus Christ, how many freaking hammers do you need, Marvel?
Find the one that looks like a tape measure.
A tape measure?
Yeah, it's basically like a tape measure, but also a gun. And it's futuristic and it looks like it's made of steel.
That's what I'm looking for. Odin's Sword, Super Soldier Serum, no, that's not it. Life Model Decoy, no, that's not it. Ultimo, no, not it. I'm looking at all the Darkhold, Power, Cosmic, Web Shooters, Spider Tracer, Cerebro, Talus. Teleport between the realities of the Marvel Omniverse. The Achilles team. Symbiotes, Blood Gem. Zodiac Key, Godstone. Oh my god. How does this keep going? I'm not finding it. I don't know what it's called, and I'm not finding it. I'm not being able to find it in this list. Like, there's 65. Let me phrase that. There's like 82 things of powerful items in Marvel, and I can't find it. Anyways, back to the Apocalypse.
Okay. What do we got so far?
Okay, so attack potency is pretty broken. Speed is pretty broken. So, massively faster than light, combat speed and reactions, easily caught Quicksilver, was capable of catching Yarnborn and throwing it back at Thor, fought both Thors at the same time, lifting strength should be no weaker than Colossus, higher via statistics amplification and size manipulation, Varies planet class, normally up to galactic, likely multiversal striking strength. Durability, planet level, comparable to characters like Thor and Hulk. Took little to no damage in a skirmish with Loki. Took a blitz from a second key rogue. Takes a blast from the high evolutionary. Galaxy level, although he was defeated, fought and took attacks from Odysseus and Jane Foster. Likely Galaxy level and Celestial armor. Apocalypse was initially unfazed by Yarnborn. It wasn't until Thor enchanted it to be capable of piercing armor of the Celestials that he was wounded, implying that this armor was to be comparable in durability to theirs. Likely multiverse level durability. Superhuman. Comparable to the likes of Thor, formerly depended upon compatibility with the host body. Range, standard to extended melee range with some power, several meters with telekinesis, thousands of kilometers with teleportation, interdimensional with telepathy. Oh, goody, he has a Magneto ability.
A Magneto ability?
No, not Magneto. What was the thing? Charles Xavier! Sorry, why did I confuse him with Magneto? Or Magneto weakness, that's what I was referring to. Why did I confuse it as an ability? Anyways.
Wait, what? Magneto's weakness?
Magneto can be affected by telepathy.
Really? Telepathy?
I mean, that happened in Tetsuo versus Magneto.
Oh yeah, right. That makes sense.
Because Tetsuo was able to fuck with
Talk
his...
to him telepathically.
Exactly. The moment the helmet was gone, bam. That one weakness was open.
Yeah, but Tetsuo didn't really use that as an advantage. He just wanted to beg Magneto for help.
Yeah, I mean, which makes sense. I mean, sure, telepaths can affect his mind and shit, but you get the idea. So
yeah, if I had a superpower, I didn't want to have like Tetsuo's ability. Like, would you even imagine having like kind of telekinesis, kind of like the ability to bend objects at your own will, only for you to transform into a giant freaking giant freaking fetus?
No. But anyways, standard equipment, celestial armor. Optional equipment, the Finch. Intelligence. Extraordinary genius. Apocalypse has knowledge of certain areas of biology, primarily genetic engineering and mutation, capable of understanding technologies that are far in advance of contemporary science, including celestial technology to an extent. He also has knowledge about magic and astrology.
Oh.
Weaknesses. Currently none notable. Formerly needed to transfer host bodies due to burning them out. He used to be able to do that. Now he has no weakness.
Really?
Yeah. And this is comic book Apocalypse.
Well, at least it's not as lame as Wonder Woman's weakness. Back in the comics, she used to have a weakness that is that if she's tied up, she can't use her powers.
Yeah. That was weird. Normal, enhanced by the power of the 12. Oh yeah.
Or the fact that Green Lantern is weak to yellow, like the Yellow Lanterns.
Yeah, that was pre New 52, I think.
Why were they weak to yellow? It's a color.
Well, what do you expect? At the time, they didn't know what weakness to give Green Lantern.
Well, it's not kryptonite.
But yeah. So who wins this? I don't think Black Adam's going to win. Even though I've said it before, it's either the Marvel character or the DC character wins. But judging by Apocalypse's stats. Yeah, good luck trying, at Black Adam. Good luck trying. That's all I can say, is good luck trying at this point. Unless there is some way for Black Adam to beat Apocalypse.
How is he able to defeat him in DBX actually? Like what
Uh,
exploit away?
well, since I can't really show footage because of knowing YouTube's broken system. Let's see here. DBX, Black Adam versus Apocalypse. Let me. Oh, it's labeled as Apocalypse versus Black Adam, but in this one it's labeled as Black Adam versus Apocalypse, which is really weird.
Okay.
Okay, where's the fight? Okay, I want to see how he was defeated.
Back then, DBX was just like getting straight to the point and sometimes having like joke fights. Now, Marshall just tries to give a quick brief on each character and then gets straight to the fight. Then shows the polls of who won, but also an alternate ending as well.
Oh, I see what he did. He used his Shazam saying, while flying up into the air while shouting it, zapped it with lightning, and chucked his corpse into a pyramid and blew up the pyramid.
So what? There was no like scene where he figured out how to defeat him. All he did was just hold him and have him getting struck by lightning while he shouted the Egyptian god names.
Where he kept shouting Shazam, and then he chucked the body into the pyramid and blew up the pyramid, and then he stomped on his head, crushing it.
Wow, bro. Well, in the alternate ending, he managed to... Apocalypse made a hole in his chest just so he can strike his name, and when he figured out he was mortal, he killed him.
See, that's the problem. See, the DBX I know is not accurate, and that's the problem I have with DBX nowadays, is because they're going to vote for the character that they're familiar with, and be like, oh, Palpatine beats Xehanort, then Sans beats this. Bullshit.
I miss the old DBX. Nowadays, I don't know what to think of DBX anymore. And plus, did he even manage to bring another season of DBX?
I mean, at least I'm grateful for that, but still, I would have preferred Death Race over Death Battle.
Death Race happened in not a new season.
It's still left open for another season, and you didn't even bother bringing it back, Rooster Teeth.
I saw some posts of Death Battle recommending what should they have for Death Race, and people recommended a lot of racers, and it never happened. One time, I even saw a video of a guy making a reply on one of the Eds using their own mobile, trying to catch up to the bus for the Jawbreaker factory, and I thought it was genius. You know,
not to mention, they could easily bring Twisted Metal into it, but considering the fact that there's so many cars from Twisted Metal that they could work with.
Actually a good idea. That's actually a very good idea, because one time they had Sweet Tooth fight against Joker, and that was the only Twisted Metal character they could bring in to fight him, and no one else. Only Sweet Tooth.
Because
I'm not even familiar.
They didn't even bother bringing Mr. Grimm, nor Dollface.
I never played Twisted Metal, so...
I've played it quite a bit, and I'm still waiting for a new game to this day, or probably a continuation, but then again, if the TV series does good, that's if it does good, there's supposedly a new game on the horizon, but honestly, I don't know. First it was originally going to be a movie, the next moment it was going to be,
I'm just waiting for the new Splinter Cell remake as well as a new Mass Effect entry.
See, that's why I've seen a lot of Twisted Metal knockoffs, and some of them are good, some of them are, well, not great. But yeah, like, Twisted Metal needs to have another shot at Death Battle. Or Death Race, for that matter.
Yeah. What about Carmageddon? Is it like Twisted Metal?
I don't know. I haven't really played Carmageddon. I'd have to look into that. But yeah, that was that's our thoughts on Black Adam. Black Adam versus Apocalypse. Yeah, unless Black Adam has some way to beat Apocalypse, I don't think he's gonna win. Even though it's like, it's either the Marvel character wins or the DC character wins, because it's usually no contest.
Love and hate death battles so much that sometimes they make me excited as my favorite character would win, and sometimes they would just annoy me. To be honest, I did enjoy Raiden versus Excalibur, but I was pretty disappointed in the end.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I wanted Raiden to win, but hey, at least they got to include some memes.
Yeah, and
so that's
yeah,
a plus. And it did kind of get me to play Warframe again, so I will respect that one for that.
I forgot to change my profile picture to Excalibur, and then when I did that, I managed to change it. I forgot my little bet. Do you remember what it was?
No, I didn't.
Well, here's the thing. I made a little side bet from the upcoming death battle of Excalibur versus Raiden. If Excalibur won, I would change my profile picture with him on it, and if Raiden won, I wouldn't do that. But since Excalibur won, I did it anyways.
But yeah, so Black Adam probably going to lose despite DC being known for being super broken. But that's not to say Marvel can sometimes be broken as well. Like, take a look at Vegeta versus Thor!
Yeah, look how that went. I wanted Vegeta to win and Thor won.
Here's the problem with that. They used normal Thor and they were trying to make it fair and give Vegeta a fighting chance. But that's the pushing it, because even if they included Cosmic Thor, Thor would have wiped the floor clean with Vegeta. Cause, yeah, you know, the power of Galactus, and I even said in the prediction, Galactus does not fuck around. He literally devours planets. I mean, come on. The moment he gained power of Cosmic, it led to a big fucking event for a video game.
Come on. Seriously? Let's just hope they don't.
I will admit they did a pretty good design for Galactus.
Yeah. Let's just hope they don't put any plot holes for Galactus. That's gonna happen.
I'm hoping it's this season. If it's not, probably next season. Because I am actually kind of curious who win that, because they're not gonna have their weaknesses against each other in the Matrix of leadership. Neither of them do that, so it's going to come down to who can land a fatal blow first.
Why do people want to see Kyle Rayner versus Simon the Digger?
I would be curious how that plays out. Despite me, I have to get into Gurren Lagann, which I am starting to get into more anime.
They actually use the power of friendship for giant mechs called the Gunmen.
So yeah.
Gunmen is actually the small head with limbs, and Lagann is basically a giant robot with standard face on it. Turns out they actually use Gurren and Lagann to combine mechs to use the Power Rangers or Super Sentai. Gurren is the head, so we have to cover Lagann, but they have to do a full transformation for the process.
So yeah, like I said, I don't know that. I have little to no knowledge when it comes to Gurren Lagann, but I do have knowledge for the likes of Gundam and Robotech.
Like I said, use the power of friendship in Gurren Lagann.
Which I'm still surprised they haven't bothered bringing Robotech into the death battle, because, you know, it's literally a transforming jet mech thing, or
Wait, what?
That transforming jet mech. Like, it turns into a jet, turns into a...
Okay, I get it. What's it called exactly? What do you call it?
Robotech.
Robotech. Like, what? You said it's a transforming jet.
It literally is a mech that turns into a half jet and a full jet. I recommend it.
Yes, 80 anime. The golden era.
I think they're supposed to make another Robotech at some point. Yeah, the 1995, the third Robotech War. Yeah, I know I'm going off topic, but I know I should have this week done but yeah.
Lazy.
You get the idea. So basically, long story short, unless Apocalypse gets beaten by Black Adam somehow, I don't think Black Adam will win. But
To be honest, I'm never be rooting or betting on any of the characters. I just know how the DC and Marvel fights are just going to work out. They would sort of DC would win, rinse and repeat. That's what they usually do for every death battle.
or if it's the Marvel character wins. Like the one time Jason got his ass kicked by Bucky. And I still remember my thoughts. I'm like, well, I didn't get exactly what I asked for, kind of. I wanted the DC to lose a death battle, but I didn't want the DC character I wanted to lose. Fuck me outright. This happened after Wally West versus Archie Sonic.
The only reason why I still watch Death Battle now is because of the scores. You know, like the Death Battle scores, their tracks. Princess Bride is.
Diabolical Invincible Me was pretty good too. This season had some pretty good bangers though. Simple, whatever the fuck the Scarlet Witch track was meh. That one was okay. It wasn't top tier or anything, but
Ass.
But yeah, like Tanjiro versus Jonathan made me cry, obviously. Which
you mean Breathless Blades?
Oh yeah, that fight actually made me cry.
To be honest, that fight hit me in the heart. Like that felt so cool until they decided to put in that ending and Death Battle ended me kicking me in the nuts to hit me in an emotional side.
Yeah. Also, hey, Milk, just changed your. It's just a prediction. I'm doing that way. I don't have to worry about it later in the week.
They even hit us in the heart with Tetsuo versus Magneto.
Well, I wasn't really crying during that one. I actually
Yeah, but Magneto trying to put out Tetsuo's misery and
I was watching it for the sake of hoping they didn't fuck up. And they actually made the source material full. They respected the source material. They made it respectable.
Yeah. To be honest, that kind of hit me in the heart when Tetsuo wanted Magneto to put him out of his misery, and that just. I'm just kind of glad that he did that because he didn't want to suffer anymore in the fight. Like 2 death battles hit me.
With heartstring breakers, yeah. So.
One time I saw some thing on Twitter with where the victors were winning after the fights. Like, Omni-Man was holding Homelander's cape while it was burning. Jonathan was wearing Tanjiro's cape, Tanjiro's cloak while he was floating. And Magneto was carrying Tetsuo's corpse.
Fitting, considering. Well, Omni-Man, and yet I had this, and I know the prediction's already over, but I'm just gonna get this out of the way because a lot of times when I tried predicting on my own, this one user kept saying, "Oh, Omni-Man loses, Homelander wins." Expanded so badly, I just had enough.
Come on, we all know that Omni-Man would clap Homelander. I even knew it before the fight. We all knew it.
And here's what's funny. This was before I started watching The Boys and started watching Invincible. And the moment I watched them, I was like, yeah, no shit.
Homelander is menacing, but he's just a giant man-child. Omni-Man is menacing, and he doesn't need a social status in order to get popular. In fact, he doesn't even give two shits if people saw for what he truly is. He's a Viltrumite. He doesn't care.
Exactly. And yet people really wanted him to fight Bardock. I'm like, why do you want to see Bardock go this death sentence? Is that not what Bardock is?
He is very good one. He just left him at Earth.
He did
But
that
at least
to try to save the planet and save his son.
I mean, I guess.
The only connection I could get out of that was, oh, fathers of kids. That's it.
Yeah, I thought Bardock would also be like Omni-Man. Didn't think that he wouldn't care about his son, but maybe you're right. Maybe Bardock did at least care and wanted to live a better life.
Sure, he's insane. Pride and all that crazy nonsense. But he cares as a kid. Like, if he did not send him out into space to go to Earth or whatever, he would have been dead too.
That depends on which Broly they were going to use, whether it's BBC Broly or BBS Broly. I just
And they combined both, but they used the design of Super Broly, but they got the abilities. Both Brolys are essentially similar, except Super has additional abilities.
The difference between BBC Broly and BBS Broly is that BBC Broly is literally a menace and he can literally kill you when you get near him. BBS Broly is basically has a soft side and he just wants to look for peace. Chi-Lai cares for him, but he can still go to a rage mode.
See, that's exactly why I was like, since they were combining both the fusion of both Brolys in terms of power and abilities, and yes, they did reference the story, but they didn't focus on the story in that fight because the story wasn't very
Yeah, it was.
but they focused on Super Broly because at least Tail was so insane. That's pretty much what Broly is. Berserker Saiyan.
The Red Road Super Saiyan.
Literally, I was like, there's no
Yeah, I mean, like, even if the host would use his regenerative ability against Broly, it still wouldn't work because of Broly's projectile, the reason why Broly won the fight is because he was on a 7-time level over Hulk.
Not to mention, get rid of the hypothalamus, bam. That's all you have to do. Like, once you get rid of that hypothalamus, it takes forever to Hulk to regenerate.
Yeah, one time in the comics, he ended up getting one of his body parts split apart.
That and he was shot in the head by Hawkeye. And it took Banner months to come back from the dead.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and in this one fight that he brought up in the video, where Hulk managed to go all out with a woman who was Dormammu's sister, I think. And they managed to go out throughout an entire day and night. And Wiz thought it was an impressive fight, but Boomstick wasn't referring to that fight, if you know what I mean.
yeah. What fight were we referring to? Was it,
Boomstick called it the science of the fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, they had sex.
Oh yeah, that's right. That there was times in comics where the Marvel hero or villain just get it on, essentially.
Yeah, but I don't think that should even work, honestly.
I mean, come on. It was even weird the moment I found out that Juggernaut, of all people, got it on with She-Hulk, and I'm like, how?
Speaking of do you know that one scene from She-Hulk, Attorney at Law?
I has yet to see that series, unfortunately.
I don't want to spoil you, but there's this one scene in an episode where She-Hulk and her accountant were twerking.
I'm sorry, Disney. What the fuck?
Yup. They thought it was okay and be like, hey, I know, for the next episode, why don't we have She-Hulk with her accountant twerking like it's nothing? That would be great for the audience.
Disney, you do know you're working with superhero properties, and there's going to be little kids watching these said superhero properties, despite some of the superhero properties getting dark at times.
Yeah, I mean, look how Moon Knight went. They managed to follow the original source material from the comics, and it did pretty well.
Which I'm shocked.
So why not
bring Moon Knight? They're probably going to bring Moon Knight back in the Kang Dynasty or whatever the fuck it is. That's probably what's going to happen.
I don't know if there's gonna be a season 2, but with She-Hulk, why would they do that? She-Hulk's supposed to be a superhero. You can't just have her twerk in front of an audience. There are kids watching. Honestly, Stan Lee should be rolling in his grave, and I even saw a post saying Tony Stark died for this.
Disney, and here's what's even more sad. Disney, and I still got to do the power scaling video for Blackrock Shooter, which is one of my personal favorite anime characters, and they had, Disney Plus in Japan had a Blackrock Shooter anime, and there's scenes of a killer robot literally raping girls to death, and I'm like, Japan, you're okay with this? Disney and Japan, you're actually okay with this? Really?
Okay. First, I thought that Kiaru redo of Healer was more psychotic, of having like raping a woman and having to show a kill count in the show. But having Blackrock Shooter raping kids in Japan,
no,
Disney,
it's not the character Blackrock Shooter. There was a robot villain for like this evil organization or whatever. And literally the women that get sacrificed literally get raped to death.
bro, yeah.
And it's supposed to be based around the same the video game, but the characters are named different. Now, bear in mind, Blackrock Shooter's universe has very different versions of the character, but they have the same abilities. So yeah, I question why they would this yet in America's like, oh no, we must make it kid friendly. Then I'm like, then explain to me why
It's supposed to be for mature audiences. Why not restrict the kids from watching it just so they don't have to see that? Kids are using Disney Plus.
Yet here's what's even sillier. Supposedly, Disney got the rights to Disney Plus got the rights for the new Bleach movie, and I'm like, why? You do realize Bleach has some adult tones, right?
Bleach is Shonen Jump. They can't just use it for Disney Plus.
Yeah, so, yeah, definitely shows you, like, if you're gonna do anime on Disney Plus, why? Do it with the properties you already have.
Oh, and to add for an added one, there's actually an Avengers anime.
In Japan, right? The one that had Leo's voice actor.
Yep. And they even managed to have it same
See, now that isn't so bad. Like, that actually kind of works.
Yep, and I think it's also dubbed. And I think I've actually seen it as like a post.
Don't think I've seen it in I've seen it in some of the English from what I understand. I forget what it's called, but I know I got it. I just looked this up.
Okay.
Marvel anime. I know there's an Disc Wars.
I also heard Black Panther is being a sequel.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that. They're going to be honoring T'Challa.
So those are going to be like two of them. Yep. I can't wait for those. And I also know we can do Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Disc Wars. There was a dog. I don't remember the dog.
I think they
Southeast Asia.
let's just hope they try to buy the.
There was a video game for the 3DS. It was made by Namco.
What's it called?
Marvel Disc Wars, The Avengers Ultimate Heroes.
Is it only available in Japan?
I'm guessing it is.
Sound like the My Hero Academia 3DS game as well. Turns out there's actually a 3DS game of My Hero Academia, and it's only available in Japan, I guess.
Yep, it was Japan. November 13th, 2014. But yeah, so
Japan's a good country, but they also kind of piss me off that they also get like
they get all, like Namco versus Namco Cross Capcom, for example. The only way I was able to play it was by an English translation patch.
What about Kurohyo? The Yakuza spinoff, Yakuza Black Panther.
I've never heard of it.
Turns out there's actually a spin-off for the PSP in Japan called Yakuza Black Panther, or Kurohyo, for example. Turns out the character Ukyo Tatsuya, I think, it looks like a reincarnation of Akira Nishiyama. And get this, there's also two games that are based off of Japanese history called Yakuza Kenzan and Yakuza Ishin. In Yakuza Ishin, you get to play as real...
I think I know what games you're talking about, because I have them on my emulator, just haven't touched them.
Yakuza Ishin looks very good, honestly. I wish it was available in America just so I can play it, but...
I'm still waiting for the one with the samurai, because I has a thing for samurai, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm still waiting for the day they release that game in English. That way I don't have to play it on the PS3 emulator in Japanese and not know what the fuck I'm trying to do and can't read shit.
To be honest, we all want to play games from Japan that is in Japanese, but we don't really understand Japanese to pretend what's going on. One time I was playing Yakuza Black Panther on a PPSS PP emulator. That's what it is, by the way.
Yeah, I had that.
It was in Japanese, and I had to look up gameplay for the game in order to understand the story better.
Exactly. There's one game I have, and this is on the GameCube emulator, mind you. That's Japanese. It was a Smash clone. Dream Mix TV World Fighters. That had.
Wait, isn't that the Prime?
Yep, the one with Optimus Prime, Megatron, Solid Snake, Simon Belmont, Hugo from Bloody Roar, and Bomberman. Yeah, that game.
Okay. Alright then.
But yeah, back to the whole Black Adam versus Apocalypse topic. What are our thoughts?
One more thing. I know this has nothing to do with it, but there's actually they usually exist of a Mass Effect iOS game called Mass Effect Infiltrator.
I don't know because I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android, but yeah. So our thoughts: Black Adam might get his cheeks clapped by Apocalypse.
Let's just hope that Wiz doesn't make the pun that he made in GBX.
This one can redeem. Can this one redeem itself for the shit that was Scarlet Witch and Satana? I hope so.
Yep.
So yeah.
At least, to be honest, I didn't like the James Bond versus John Wick fight, but I was disappointed that there was no pencil.
I'm kind of shocked they didn't have the pencil. I mean, there was a pen.
Yeah, but
It didn't really kill Wick. It just exploded the floor underneath them.
Yeah, they did. It did.
I guess there was no number 2 pencil lying around.
Yeah, I guess so. And I was even disappointed that James Bond used his laser to cut the chandelier in order to kill Wick. And he could have just dodged out of the way. No, he just stood there and took it. Why did John Wick dodge?
I mean, he can only take base. That's what I can get. Plus, it was a really close fight. I will admit that. That battle was really close.
Yeah, and to be honest, even if there was a pencil lying around, Wick could have just used it, tried to disable Wick Bond's wrists, and stabbed him in the eye. Really did, even. Just like how Joker did with one of the people in the movie. I think it was The Dark Knight.
I forget what that meant, but yeah, I know this prediction is going on. They pull something out of thin air. I'm just gonna say
Yep.
right now, there's no way Adam is going
Yeah, I don't think so. Unless if they decide to pull some random bullcrap, pull a milk good part on it, then we would just say that Apocalypse would just win.
So yeah.
Let's just hope the next fight wouldn't be Trunks versus Silver, honestly. I don't want that fight to
Oh god, the most boring matchup ever made by man. 'Cause I don't
Why do they want that fight? We all know a DBZ character would collect a Sonic character. Look at Vegeta versus Shadow.
That was pretty.
Yeah.
They were just going in free super much.
Yeah, but still, let's just hope it's not Silver, okay? I actually made a posted a tier list of the potential events that Silver can fight against, and here's the tier list I made. Okay, what's this? Lucky Boy posted a different lot of sponsors for 60% or whatever.
There's probably a. I don't know.
Here it is. I actually made a tier list of Silver having fight against potential combatants from top to bottom. Top 2 characters, the Omega Ranger, the Orgasm Break from Mega Ranger, the Good Old Days Trunks, Emma Ross. From the fine here is the Olga from Pokemon and Galen Merrick from Star Wars. He's from the Force Nation.
See, that's the thing. You've already made Silver lose to one-man family. You've already made him lose to 3DX. What makes you think there's going to be a sliver of a chance that Silver would have against Trunks?
Yeah, then for the tier, I put in Tatsumaki and what was that one red guy's name from Mortal Kombat? The Red Ninja.
Ermac?
Yes, Ermac. And for the no thanks tier, I put in Sans from Undertale, Vert from Neptunia, and Waluigi from Mario.
So yeah, that's pretty much our thoughts on that fight, as well as our thoughts on this prediction. So
Yeah, and you won't believe this, but on my DVR page, I actually made some other tier lists for other combatants as well. There's one about Revy, one about... Give me a second. One about Frieza, and one about... I said Revy from Black Lagoon. One about Kamen Rider X8, and one about Ben 10. Yeah. You still there?
yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, I made some tier list of what I thought for potential combatants. I even made some fan-made death battle thumbnails of other characters. Some were most requested, some I thought would be cool. Like I did one with Moon Knight versus Azazel, and one with Ash versus Yugi. We all want that fight to happen. So, for the final conclusion, Black Adam would get clapped by Apocalypse.
As much as I hate to say it, yes. Marvel and DC fights, usually it's either the Marvel character wins or the DC character wins, because there's really no contest, and most of the
Let's
time
just hope
it's a DC character
the dick
winning.
Let's just hope they don't kick us in the dick for Black Adam winning.
Yeah, so yeah. I will return for a stream of Jack 2 in a bit, so I'm gonna get that set up, so I'll see you then.
Yeah, after the fight, we'll do another prediction for the upcoming fight. Thank you, Storm the Hedgewolf, for having me on your stream, and I'll see you next prediction.
No
Hey,
problem.
how about this? On a Sunday, maybe you can have me on doing a reaction on Discord for the fight.
That's if I can do it then, but usually I do my reactions on Monday. When it uploads on YouTube, that way I can get it on YouTube.
Yeah, let's do it on Monday.
So yeah.
Let's do both a reaction on Steam on a Discord call.
Alright, so I'll see you in the Jack 2 stream, so take care.
See ya, dude.
Ready.